The American president touched down in Louisiana and Texas today to see firsthand the destruction left by Hurricane Laura. At least 16 people are dead and thousands of homes and businesses have been destroyed. And as Jennifer Johnson reports, Trump is now promising to help residents rebuild.
Aerial footage shows what is left of Cameron, Louisiana, after Hurricane Laura made landfall and tore apart the small town. Throughout parts of the state, the National Guard is still extracting citizens left stranded by the powerful storm. In many areas, there is no food, electricity, or water, and it could stay that way for weeks.
It's a war zone. It really is. It looks like a tornado came through more than a hurricane.
U.S. President Donald Trump spent Saturday viewing the devastation in both Louisiana and Texas, pledging billions to help both states recover. The president started his tour in one of the hardest hit areas, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Yesterday I approved a major disaster declaration that helps individuals and business owners. FEMA has delivered 2.6 million liters of water and 1.4 million meals.
Local officials say ongoing power outages are threatening the health and safety of the sick and elderly.
That's causing us to have a rolling series of evacuations that we're having to do from nursing homes and from hospitals.
Customs officers are going door to door looking for survivors. For thousands of homeowners, it's time to get out the chainsaws and clean up. For others, it's facing the reality that everything is gone.
It's sad, but we made it. And me and my husband and my 2 dogs, we made it alive.
15 years ago, on this date, Hurricane Katrina, the costliest storm in U.S. history, hit coastal Louisiana. The economic impact of Laura is not expected to reach that level, but it will take months to get back to normal. Jennifer Johnson, Global News, Washington.
Farmers in Prince Edward Island are struggling to deal with more than just the pandemic. Severe drought conditions and record low rainfall are devastating potato growers. As Jesse Thomas reports, they're now pleading with the province for help.
Potato farmers on Prince Edward Island grow on average 2.5 billion pounds of potatoes per year. This year, their crops are in jeopardy as most of the province struggles under severe drought conditions.
It's historically dry across the province.
To make matters worse, Godfrey says this is the 4th straight summer where dry conditions have hampered the growing season, cutting into farmers' yields and profits.
I would say this is the worst year that we've seen, actually, probably since 2001.
Following the 2001 drought, PEI implemented a ban on drilling and use of high-capacity wells for irrigation use on farms. Godfrey says that needs to change. He says the ban is discriminatory and harmful to farmers.
You are able to get a high-capacity well for water access, and you can irrigate if you have a golf course, for example. If you're building a car wash, you can get a high-capacity well, but if you want to irrigate crops, grow food, you can't.
Greg Donald with the PEI Potato Board agrees and says the moratorium on agricultural irrigation needs to be suspended.
We're getting hotter, higher temperatures, longer periods without rain, wind, and irrigation is another tool that we need in addition to those.
In Nova Scotia, dry, hot conditions are making for a tough summer for many farmers, but there is one crop that's thriving.
Grapes need about half the water than a lot of other crops need, so we're doing great. It's looking like it could be a great finish this year.
There is one big challenge this year, though. COVID-19 has created a labor shortage at vineyards across the region. Come harvest time, L's will be short 4 temporary foreign workers.
We have made it up with local workers, and they're doing a great job, but we're still just missing those experienced professional hands.
The PEI Federation of Agriculture say they met with Premier Dennis King last week and will meet again this week to examine irrigation opportunities. In the meantime, they'll hold out hope for rain. Jesse Thomas, Global News, Sheffield Mills, Nova Scotia.